Good evening, Legonauts. Hopefully you can hear me just fine. If not, let me know. I am seriously having some issues tonight. Programs are just not colliding. Trying to get studio up and trying to do all this other stuff, and it's just not. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I am going to check on myself in a minute. YouTube. And now I just need to talk and hear myself speak, and hopefully I can hear everything. Now I just need to talk and hear myself. Okay, awesome. Okay. Whew. All right. Now I just need to get the other issue, and that is studio is not come up for whatever reason. This is just going beyond. First it's audio, now it's programs. Oh. Let me try something. Throw this here and something isn't right. Not let me. Not doing it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so part of my stream that I had planned for tonight isn't going to work. And that is not okay with me. So, what am I going to do? What I'm going to do about it is I might have to add a source. Oh, I can't do that because matter. Studio. I need to press. Try Task Manager. It's running. Saying it is. Just a tiny bit. Why aren't you working? Run as administrator. Yes. Okay, well, let's try Part Designer. See if that Part Designer pops up. Oh, let me, set up that. One more thing. I want to try my display setting. Up to the big one. And then yep, I broke Studio. I don't know how, but I did. Huh. Options. There it is. Why did it? You got me on a lot of things. Okay, now that that's back up in operation, I think I can get going now. And unfortunately, I think my playlist, I only have 2 songs on it. So I'm going to hurry up and fix that real quick. Because I changed my location for a lot of stuff. Did a lot of condensing, moving around, getting my desktop cleaned up, and I moved a ton of files around. So I just need to find the right. There. Okay. Hopefully everything's on there. All of YouTube's crappy music. I shouldn't really say that. It's been harsh toward the creators of music. And I understand that they're starting. So I honestly think YouTube could also let us use different music, but copyrights and such. So, alright, I think I got everything going now. Everything should be good. I'm afraid to minimize. Okay. Okay, good. Alright. Sorry about that, people. Trust me. I was saying a lot more harsh words when I was off. So, alright, so tonight we are going to do an experiment. We are going to do a hydrogen peroxide experiment. As you can tell, I got the Saturn V kit. It has yellow. It's been yellowed pretty significantly bad. You know, might not be able to tell it on the screen because I have direct light underneath of it, but to my eyes, this piece here, the third stage of the Saturn V, is significantly yellowed compared to the second stage of the Saturn V. And this, what brought this all about was there's been discussion in the Birth and Space forum and even our Lug forum about cleaning, just cleaning the Lego parts. And I had some experience with hydrogen peroxide bath, and it does work, and it works pretty significantly. What we're testing tonight, I'm going to be testing it on these printed pieces right here. I want to get them nice and clean, and I want to see if the printed pieces, if the ink's going to stay if I do a hydrogen peroxide bath. I haven't seen it done on YouTube yet. The other thing, switch this around, and if you guys can see it, is this thing right here. It's big. I have a light in here. So I created this out of foam board, and then I lined it with reflective chrome vinyl. So what I'm hoping is that I can get enough UV ray to activate the hydrogen peroxide in this. So much I apologize. I have been trying hard to get this, and that's why I stopped. Hey Ben, how are you doing? So many echo. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I have tried. Let me pull myself up and see if I can correct it. That's the issue I was having. That's why I started late. It's been an ongoing issue, and it's getting on my... Oh, it's gone? Okay, good. It was probably because I was too close. And unfortunately, my mic's like right here, right where my hands need to be. And when you have stubby hands like mine, stubby arms, it's kind of hard. It's not like I can reach around. So like I was saying, I created a UV box, and we're going to be testing it. And this is just to see if we can actually do it. Yeah, stubby chat. Yeah, I don't know where Johnny is tonight. He's getting all his fame. I found out that he's supposed to be getting interviewed because he's attempting a world record. Probably next week, and I found that kind of funny. So, and what is going on next week? Well, next Saturday and Sunday is Lego International Day, and this is another reason why I'm doing all this. Yeah, he's already there. Honestly, he is already too good for us, and that's fine. You know what? Let him go. Because actually, I got some other news, and I got hired by Lego, our local retail store. I got a job at. So, what does that mean going forward with me on this channel? Going forward on the channel is that I am being restricted quite a bit. I can't talk about sets. Yeah, thank you. I got hired by Lego, and I do have restrictions. I cannot sell any of my instructions. So if you take a look at my website, I've had to pretty much take down my store, since I'm not allowed to sell my instructions. And the big one is that I cannot comment on Lego sets, which to me is fine because I typically don't talk about other Lego sets and everything. So to me, that's perfectly fine. I know when I'm on your stream, Ben, and when I was with Johnny, we do talk about it. Unfortunately, and if we do talk about it, I can't say anything good or bad about it. I have to say no comment. So you can, if I happen to be on your stream, just so you know, and I'm sure you're well aware of it. Yeah, and that's what it, and that's what I am allowed to do. I am allowed to basically build my own stuff, show it. I just cannot sell my own stuff, instructions, stuff like that. So, and with that being said, there's other things that come along with it, a little bit less tedious stuff, but those are the main points, and it's fine. And the sucky thing is that, and I kind of find it funny, is I applied to the Lego Ambassador Network right before they contacted me about this job, and I just laughed my butt off about it. But that is going to be out. So going forward this year, I'll still be doing streams, but it's just going to be my stuff. Yeah. And chances of me getting accepted as a Lego ambassador, very slim, but I would still be under similar restrictions where I wouldn't be able to sell. I don't think I'd be able to sell my stuff. I would have to look on how that is. But even if I do, even if my community does get recognized, I'm probably going to end up having to deny it for this time, because having a job is more important than being recognized. And I know my community is not big enough where I can get monetized and get money and be able to live and sustain off of it. So the job is first and foremost. I mean, and the job does come with a lot of perks. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on all the details. Yeah, but with being hired by Lego Retail, I'm just not allowed to sell my stuff, and I'm not allowed to make any comment on sets that are coming out or doing anything. And whatever stays at the store stays at the store, and there is a NDA involved in it, non-disclosure agreement. So yeah. So either way, that's what's going on. I'm still going to continue to work on my stuff, and hopefully, I will be able to be able to purchase parts and everything to actually build my stuff now this year. So, and I got a bunch of other stuff that needs to happen as well. So, with that being said, I need to step away for 2 seconds because I need to put the UV box in a different room, get it plugged up and set up, and I'll be right back. Yeah, employee discount, and it's a big discount too, so. Okay, that's fine. I gotta get this set up, and then I will start on showing you my process on how to do clean these Lego bricks up. So just give me 2 seconds. All right. Okay, now that I'm back. Yeah, I created that box because the UV light I was afraid was going to damage the camera. And funny story with that UV box, I went to test it out today and I about blinded myself. I actually gave myself sunspots. My glasses, and I have transitional glasses, and they started darkening. So I know the UV box works. It reflects pretty good. And that is the big key to tonight. I want to see if this works. And if it does, I'm going to move everything over to a plexiglass thing. And the real big thing about it is that since I live up here in the north, it is freezing cold out. It was 18 degrees today. We had a wind chill that put it into single digits, and you need UV light for the hydrogen peroxide to work. The hydrogen peroxide reacts with the metal pieces, or not metal, with the ABS plastic that Lego produces, and it'll clean it. So, but it has to have the UV light to activate the cleaning process. Now, there are some speculations whether if you need heat or not. I argue that on a normal day, you will need more than ample heat. I suggest when you clean all this stuff, go put it on your car for the day and make sure that it's not a cloudy day. Make sure it's warm out. I'm talking about 70, 80 degree day, not out in the middle of winter, because your water will freeze and you'll just end up damaging the leaves. So I'm trying to make a indoor UV box to do this, and that's where the experiment is. And also with doing the printed pieces, because I've not seen anybody on YouTube try this or do it, and I have extra pieces that say United States on them, so I'm not afraid to, if I accidentally destroy them, that's what it is. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. Some people might call me a martyr for destroying a Lego printed piece, but everything should be tested, and if people are too afraid to do it, then somebody will eventually. So what I need to do is I'm gonna take this apart, and I need to get to at least those pieces. Take this apart. I want at least these red pieces. Yeah, and these stickers right here, or not stickers, but this other printed piece, I don't have any more of those, so that's why I want to see if it works with the red ones first. If it does work, then I'll be more confident that with the black pieces that it'll work as well. So I'm going to end up taking I'm going to take all these off. And I'm going to go from there. And that's all I'm going to do with that. Put these back on. I'm not going to do this one yet because my third stage is a lot worse, and I don't know, you guys probably won't be able to see it, but the this stage is a lot more yellowed than this stage. This stage isn't too bad, so we're just gonna put this off to the side for right now. Piece can go over here, and then this can go back on that for the time being. So we got that, and then this one, and I'm just going to start taking these white pieces off. And get at least a handful of them, enough to fill the container up if I don't drop it. So yeah, under normal, I would say under normal light, you can definitely tell. I mean, I can tell the difference between these blocks and these pieces on the outer edge. They've definitely been yellow. So, and this top portion right here. So, but yeah, Lego International Day is next weekend. We are going to Johnny, like I said, is going to be doing a record attempt at building the Millennium Falcon. World record attempt. What else is he? And there's going to be a bunch of other displayers from Steel City Lug. It's going to be there. I will be there included. And we're doing a 2-day event this year. Last year it was a 1-day setup. Okay, have a good night. Have fun watching a movie. And it's just going to be a fun time. Just to see, and it's just going to be a good grand old time. I lost my train of thought. So, all right. So what to do next after you got your pieces? So, what I do is a 2 or 3 step process. I will take. Hey, Johnny was just talking crap about you. You getting an interview with the Trib and everything over your Guinness World Book Record breaking thing. It's all good. Yeah, I kind of figured. It's all good. So, glad you're here. You'll have to go back and rewind. I already did the yeah, I know. I could tell you were up in Cleveland today with a couple going to a Lego store up there, I believe. I saw that on the lug form. So I'm sure you're exhausted and take it you just got home, hopefully safely, and run into any ice or anything. So I'm just getting started. I did create a UV box. It has lights, and like I was saying on a thing earlier, and I actually said this on Discord, it works. I had sunspots. Didn't even know I had sunspots until I saw the computer, and I was just like, why am I... It was a weird thing, so... Okay, that's fine. I appreciate you stopping by then. So, what I did end up doing, getting back on track, what I end up doing is I do a couple different steps. Do you need to necessarily take it like this? No, but I do. So what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to get, this is tap water. I just literally poured it out of the sink. I'm going to pour it in this here. And it's good enough. I'm going to get my other 2 bowls ready. Because my hydrogen peroxide are going to be in that. And what the peroxide I have is just your regular typical hydrogen peroxide. This says it's 3% on the back of it. Yeah, and the soft, and I use a soft bristle toothbrush. I literally just went to the dollar store and picked one up for $1. So, and you want soft bristle because you don't want to scratch the finish too much on it. And you can tell this is new. I haven't even opened it. So I'm gonna and just pour just enough in there just to cover the bottom, and that should be. And if you ask me what the parts are, like 1 part to 2 parts, 1 part hydrogen peroxide to part, I have no idea. Basically, if I were to had to guess, it's 1 to 4 a 1-to-4 ratio. And you mix the hydrogen peroxide with the water, and then I'm just going to fill it up. The way it's mixed. I have these standing by, just like so. And then now that I have those filled, I'm just going to set those off to the side. And what I use is Dawn. I do Dawn dish soap. If it's safe for an animal, it's safe enough for plastic to clean. And the reason why I is to get all the extra dirt off. Just a little bit, just to make the water soapy enough. And I'm gonna stir that in there. It's just to make the water soapy enough. And then you're just gonna... Oh, and I forgot to do one thing. There is another one that I need to make, and that's the rinse. I'm hesitant to do this because I got a ton of electronics and I'm dealing with water right now. So, yeah, not as much. I mean, hand soap goes a lot longer way than the peroxide. And then all you're gonna do is that you're just gonna go on here. You're just gonna scrub it, get the debris off. If there is any, just getting the nooks and crannies, and then just stick them in the rinse, and then that's it. It's super simple, super easy. I'll have to bring the UV box with, if this does work, I'll have to bring in the UV box to the show next week. And then show it off a little. And it's a prototype, like I was saying. If that UV box does work into getting stuff clean, if it works with the hydrogen peroxide, I'm probably gonna convert it over to a plexiglass, make it more substantial, and then try to do it that way. Because you always test as cheap as possible, and then you build bigger. And that's where, you know, it's a cost. It is. And it's the same way as like how I design. I prefer to my design cheap, and then go through and do and build. So and yeah, they're still yellowed pretty significantly. So, and it's just a real light scrub, and then get these ones. Now these are my printed pieces that I'm going to test. Yes, I did get a job, and thank you. I got a job with Lego, so I have a couple restrictions in place to where I can't sell any of my stuff for right now. Thank you. I can't sell any of my stuff, so I had to take down my store, which is fine because I wasn't selling anything anyway. I haven't sold anything in over 6 months. And what else? Store. And I'm not allowed to talk about Lego kits. So, which is fine because on this stream, when I stream, I only talk about the stuff I'm building or rocketry stuff. So when it comes to Lego stuff, I really do not talk about it. Now, if I'm on other streams, like your stream, Johnny, or Ben's, yeah, I can be on. I just not allowed to comment on any of it. And then like if you talk about it, I just have to accidentally ask me a question or something about how I feel about it. I will have to say no comment. So this like the set that I shall not talk about, that we shall not talk about, I am not allowed to say anything about it. I really am not. So yeah, it doesn't matter because technically I am an affiliate of Lego. I'm not allowed to say anything about it. So, all right. So I got my clean pieces. I rinsed them off, which is fine. Yeah, that set. I'm not allowed to talk about that set. I'm not allowed to comment on that set. So I just rinse these off real quick. So, and I'm going to stick them in my peroxide bath. Same with these pieces that I have over here. I'm going to stick them in my peroxide bath. And the biggest thing that you have to watch out for when you're doing this is if you have any cuts or anything on your fingers, hydrogen peroxide is a cleaning, and you just got to watch your fingers. It will burn, hence the tag for the stream, because that's what hydrogen peroxide does. And then you want to make sure, I don't have put it in my hydrogen peroxide bath, and then you want to make sure everything is not floating. You want to make sure the peroxide is covered. You want to make sure these are the right way up. If you're trying to do a full 360 on them, this process will take, once you get it out into the sunlight, or like I'm about to do is put it in the box. What you want to do is going to take about 3 hours sitting there, roughly 2. I'm going to check it. I'm only going to do 2 hours tonight. See what it looks like afterwards and compare it to the stuff that is yellowed. And the same with the printed pieces. So, and now that that's done, I'm going to get up. I'm going to place it underneath the UV box and turn it on, and we'll go from there. I was able to get my studio up and running. For whatever reason, it was a Microsoft issue. So, yeah, let me get this over there and get that turned on, and then I'll pull up Studio and we'll get started. All right, now that we're back, I have it in there. I turned on the light. It's almost 8 now, so I'm gonna check it about 8 o'clock and see if it's done. That should give it ample time. And then you just kind of sit about it and forget about it until you remember it. So, but that's pretty much the steps I do. I do the soapy water. I use a soft bristle toothbrush, clean the parts so it doesn't scratch the finish too bad. And then I rinse it off, and then I put it in a hydrogen peroxide bath. And like as you saw, I just used a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, put water in, and from that, you just either stick in the summer months, you can stick it outside on a nice clear day, and just let the sun do the work. Or in the winter, like I'm attempting right now, got a UV light, and we're gonna see if that works too. If it doesn't, then hey, we know I'm no harm, no foul. But I'm pretty sure it will work. So we're gonna switch over to Studio. Yeah, and honestly, hydrogen peroxide is safe. I've done it in the past. I've done it on, how old were those bricks? They were produced in like 94. So they were about, at the time, they were like 18, almost 20-year-old bricks. And I said the same thing. I was nervous. Yeah, it's just, you gotta watch them. I mean, really can't forget about them. You just gotta watch them. Like I said, I didn't have any issues with it. I just, the steps that I just showed here are exactly what I did in the past. And they came out like brand new bricks, if not better than brand new bricks, because they were bright, they were nice and shiny, they were clean. Now, I know there was another question that was asked, and there was another question that was asked in our lug, was, if I do this, is it gonna happen quicker? Well, if you think about it, that goes to, and this goes with what they were talking in the Bricks in Space Discord forum, is that you got to go into the structure, the actual plastic itself. There is a certain mixture that Lego uses with the BBs. There's are chemicals inside that plastic, that ABS plastic, that's a UV protectant. So if those mixtures get screwed up or the improper balance gets in there, then yeah, they're going to yellow the way they do, especially like on the Saturn V kit, where a lot of people are having the issue of certain parts and pieces yellowing quicker than others. That is because of that chemical imbalance inside the plastic itself. So with that being said, I can't tell you that this is going to last long. It could last a year. It depends on what your settings are. Do you have it in direct sunlight? Do you not? I know most of my stuff is not in direct light. It's sitting in a garage covered up, and it's still yellowed. So that brings into question about temperature. High or low, hot, cold. It seems to me that it also adds to the yellowing condition. So, just take it for what it's worth. It's really, you're looking at the chemical composition of ABS plastic and what Lego uses in that. And honestly, the Saturn V kits are the only kits that I know of that are doing that too. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on it. But as far as I know, that has the most complaints that the bricks are yellowing apart. And those, like and you just gotta look at that chemical composition. So anyway, we're gonna move on. And the other part, while we're waiting for the next couple hours, I'm gonna be designing and for whatever reason I've lost my music. I don't know. I'm actually going to be showing you my process in designing the doing a design setup for next weekend. These are going to be the parts and things I'm going to show next weekend. And then, like I said, it's 2 days, but the weird thing about this event is that we get there on Saturday, we set up, we have to tear down because we're not allowed to leave our stuff there overnight. So my spot, luckily, Logan from Logan Films, well, I wouldn't say lucky, he's not able to attend this year, and I took over his spot on one of the corners. So I got his spot Saturday, and I was able to get the same spot pretty much for Sunday as well. So my Sunday spot is a little less, or is more than what my Saturday spot is, excuse me. So I got a foot and a half, I got a full 6-foot table for Saturday, and then I have 9.5 feet of table space on Saturday or Sunday. So I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way. I'm gonna draw you guys a little bit closer, and I'm gonna readjust, put my mouse up here, keyboard, all that fun stuff. Trying to get this stuff out of the way. Up here. And all right. So, well, how am I going to do this? I'm going to create new, and your lug, or you would have to ask if you're going to an event and you're showing, you need to know a couple things, and this is where you have to ask. And it is really weird that I'm not picking up any volume whatsoever. Try. Nope. No, I'm not hearing any music. So, yeah, ask if I can go to the bathroom. Oh, you hear music? Okay, I'm not hearing music, and that was my audio issue. Is that it's showing on here? Oh, yeah. It's showing on here, it's playing, but I can't hear it on my end. And that's where I'm having my audio issue. That's why I was running a bit late tonight, was trying to get that audio issue fixed. Yes, I am monitoring it. What it is, it's the settings on the computer. For whatever reason, Yeti Classic speakers is not picking up. It's not. Something to do with the Realtek audio outputs. Yeah, and that's what I have. I have it, and I figured out my mic issue. Yeah, and that's the thing. I tried that, and it did not work. the desktop issue did not work. I still couldn't hear it, but I also had going through my headphones, I could not hear it. You also use a headset, whereas I have a headphones going through my mic, so it's set up a little bit different. So my settings are completely out of whack, especially when for whatever reason, I had no idea I had sound on my monitor, and it's picking up sound on that as well. So, and I'm honestly afraid to mess with my settings right now because I have no idea if I'm getting an echo or not. I can try it with the monitor output. So you got me. Like I said, I'm having issues with my sound and everything. You would think, but I tried it. It did work, but I still was having issues with, because I'm running everything off. I'm not running it off of OBS. I'm running it off of Prism Live Studio, and I'm not hearing a thing. So, and it's saying it's playing. I just don't hear it. So I have no idea if it's too loud, or if the background music is too soft. Hopefully I got it right in the middle for everybody to listen to. And hopefully there's not too much. So, well, I'll have to go back and replay it and see it, because I do intend to make a shortened down version of doing this. That way people can easily get to it and see it, instead of me rambling on about my issues and all this other stuff. So, okay, so been getting back on here with Studio. So, are you kidding me right now? Come on. You know, there we go. You know you want to work. Let me check my settings one more time. Not connected. Huh. Let me see this. I don't know. For whatever reason, and this is where I think my issue is that excuse me. Logitech is not playing nice with the settings to the computer for whatever reason. And I have them all set up perfectly the way they need to. And for whatever reason is just not picking that up at all. And the other settings are wanting to compete with Logitech. So I don't know if that's a bug or what's going on. Maybe I'm just not clicking on the right thing. I have no idea. So, okay, now that we got this, and all right, make sure my controls are working. Okay, so we're gonna do, so I know I'm gonna have a 6-foot table. Actually, I can bring what parts list. I want to bring in a reference photo. I'm going to bring a couple reference photos. It should be in pictures underneath my screenshots. One model reference image, and there's 2. And I tried getting everybody some other names off there, so we're not looking at the full thing. Pretty much this is where my what my viewing area is at the table. And I know these tables are 6 foot. So what I need to do is figure out, and you guys can't see this, but I am going to scale convert. No, it's 1-to-1. I need to go to Google, go to 1 foot to millimeter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 6, since I know the tables are 6 foot, and the typical table is roughly right around 32 inches, 30 inches. We're going to go with 30 inches. But what I want to do is get my calculator out and divide 1828.8 and divide that by 6, or excuse me, 8, since a block is 8 millimeters wide. And that gives me 228.6 studs in length. So what I'll do is I'll grab myself some plates and I will stick that's 10, that's 50. So that's 100. 200, 220, and then I'm going to grab an 8. Delete that. Okay, so I got myself 228. I'm not going to worry about that 0.6 because this is just rough estimate of what I do of the table. Then what I'll do here is I'll pick up a brighter color, a yellow, whatever. After I select all of them. Yeah, we'll do yellow this time. And then you'll go back to your calculator or your what you need. I'll switch it to inches. So 30 inch in millimeter is 762, and then I'll pull up my calculator. 762 divided by 8, which gives me 95.25. So I need 93 93 for the ends. So there's that. That's 90, and then I just need to do a 3. So, and the reason why I'm doing 93 is because each one of these rails are the length of the table already takes up for 1 stud. So subtracting it for 2 and then adding it in there. And it's not meant to be 100% accurate. It's just a template you're creating. Hide. I'm just gonna copy all that, paste it, flip it around, And no, stop. I'm going to create that into a submodel, and I'm going to name that submodel temp. Name it temp, and that's my template for a 6 foot by 30 table. So now I'm gonna do, I don't know why my mouse is doing this all of a sudden. I have no idea. No idea why it's messing around. So I'm going to show all. So this is my Saturday table right here. I know I have a full 6 foot on the corner. So that will be my Saturday. I'm going to save this as LID sat for Saturday. And that's what I'm going to save this as. Now I'm going to actually copy this, maybe. Yeah, it's that's all it is. It's just that you're creating a planning diagram on Studio, just to give you an idea of what you have space for, and then even from that, from doing it this way, you could also plan how you're going to pack your containers, or however you store your Legos or transport them. Me, I have tubs. I have 30-gallon tubs that I pack everything in. So, like for Saturday, I know I have literally 6 foot of space, so I'm not going to pack everything that I have into the car that night, unless I'm going to a place far off, like say on the other side of the state. Then I'll have to pack everything regardless. But I'm talking about if you're in your immediate area and dealing with this type of situation, where you have to take everything down, pack everything back up, and then reset up the following day. You can get your initial stuff done. So like I have less space on Saturday than I do on Sunday, so I can excuse me. So I can work around that by knowing that these are the specific sets I'm going to take with me on Saturday. And I can leave those in the car overnight and then just worry about packing the rest of the stuff that I need for Sunday into the car, or into the car that previous night. So planning, wife's display by measurement. Yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same exact thing. Yeah. Well, you have a box full of stuff. So you'll have stuff with you. It's just you're going to be a bit busy doing everything else. So, okay. And so what I want to do is I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to paste this, and then I'm actually going to paste it again. Do something like that. And I'm going to bring in my add reference a photo, and this will be my Sunday. And as you can see, I got this entire corner for Sunday. So what I am going to do is I'm going to save this. I want to save this as, and this is being saved in my screenshots. I want to save it as lid sun. Lid sun for Lego International Day Sunday. That'll be fun. So now, as you can see, I actually do not have the full table on Sunday, this full front table with me. So what I need to plan for, what was planned with the lug is that they split the tables into quarters. So a 6-foot table, a 6-foot table divided by 4 is 1.5 feet, pretty much. I believe that's, yeah, 1.5 feet. So what I have to do here is I need to bring up my conversion again. And 1.5 feet is 16 inches. And that give me 406 millimeter. Bring my calculator up. It's 406.4. I'm just going to do 406. And I'm going to divide that by 8. It's 50. I'll go with 51. It's 50.75. I'm going to go with 51. 51 studs. So what I need to do here is I'm going to just put 5. Lined up. And I'm going to mark these as red. And I'm going to not put them in its entirety. Select. Those. And put them I actually go back to see I didn't. That is that it didn't connect directly to where I wanted. So back. Just switch that up. And this one table. Then I will take copy this, paste it there, and I'm not going to keep that as orange. I'm going to make that red as well. So I know that's my stopping point. That's as much space as I can go for that, and it lines perfectly with the plan for what was offered. So, and I'm going to bring up an old one. If I can find it. desktops. Ross Park last year. I'm gonna take a minute. And this is the downside to doing it on here, is if you got a lot of stuff, that's a lot of parts, it's going to take a minute for it to all load in. So hopefully it did not just glitch and screw everything. And this is the one that we did at the Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show last year. It didn't really turn out like this because I actually had. This is all the models I had this year. We are going to start on the Saturday and work our way around. This guy. That is my sign display, and I'm going to have him sit on the corner, just like so. And it's taking forever. And you can see how many models I have just from that, and some more. Now, I do want to bring one of my tall ones, I think. Excuse me. Throat's getting a little dry. I want to bring Sea Dragon. No. Saturn 4XU is more stable. That right there. Now another one that I have that I plan on bringing is my ISS workup. Just need to find it, and part of my 70 scale starship out. References. This is the downside to having so many files. I am not sure I had. Head up and see. it. This one. This looks like it. All right. So after is that. I'm going to zero it out first. Degree wise. And it is. Oh boy. So I gotta do it the hard way, and it just glitched on me. Is that good enough? That's good enough to me. So what to do? That, and I know since I've had this design out for this, and I can release it. Just to make it a little nicer. Now it won't be exactly perfect. It's not quite well. Okay, I just screwed it. So now if you're looking for perfection, I'm not going to give it to you tonight. It's just going to hover in the air, but that's the spot I want it. And I know that it's just to show the all the engines on there. So, and that's the area I'm going to have it take up. So I can get rid of that. Don't save. Get rid of that. And go back. Grab this. Take it over. I want that there. And this is the frustrating thing about Studio. When it glitches, it will glitch. For whatever reason, it will not do that. So that's one of them. Open. The other one that I want to bring in is part of my International Space Station. Now there are certain parts on here that I do not have. And like I was saying, this is just a generalization of what I intend to show. And of course, it glitched out again. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing it tonight. That's not the one I wanted to click on. And now I'm waiting. Glitch out again. No, that one. Yeah, I don't know why. Why this loves to glitch out. But it does. That's one thing I want to show. What else do I want to bring with me? I think I'm gonna bring in. That's not what I wanted. And I went to the wrong one again. Ugh. Been running around all day myself. Okay, I just need to exit out of this one and keep on clicking on it. Skylab and Saturn V right next to each other. So, what can I put in front of it? Try not to overdo it. I think I want to do Block 1B. Or the Block 1, yeah, Saturn 1B. It does not get hardly any recognition at all. That way. And on studio. Bring these two. I don't know if I want Hubble. I do want my James, the James Webb, and I think I want my rocket engine on there. I think this over here. Now, the other big thing that you need to keep in mind are hands. And what I mean by hands is that you're going to have a ton of people coming by and looking at this stuff. Especially kids. And what do kids love to do? They want to touch and feel. So you want to keep that in mind, that you're going to have kids that are going to want to point, they're going to touch, they're just going to want to play around and do whatever they want, whatever kids do. And then that'd be fine. And then I got varying heights all the way up. International Space Station. This is going to get changed. I actually have a stand for that. I don't have a stand for this. Stand on that. And I think that's I want it for Saturday. Saturday. And that's all. Just something simple. Nothing too extravagant. You're just wanting to show what you have going on. Fortunately, last year, I didn't get much done. Really, the only thing I got done was the rocket, the Starship booster engines. That was it. And the ISS. But I've already showed them. This year, it's not going to be too special. Now, if you're happy with what you want and you want to set it up the same on the next day, which I think I'm going to do something similar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, bring it over to here. Now I know I'm missing 1.5 feet, so I'm going to have to adjust some stuff. So, and you can see it glitched out again. I don't know why I just did that. I just wanted to move it. My big thing is come on, studio, work with me. Now, here and see if I can get one that's not glitched. There. Something similar to there. This. That I kind of have this whole area back here. Something along those lines. What's this? If it wasn't cooperate. Same spot. I'm going to adjust it. So. Actually, I can. This back. Or not. It didn't select everything. what I'm trying to do is, because I don't know how much. I mean, she says she's at the person sitting next to me says they only want that little bit of space, but chances are they can either be more than that or less than that, or they could also got their calculations wrong and thought they had more space than what they're really going to get. So you just got to be aware of that. And again, this is all one of those things that you're going to have to adjust on the fly when you get there. Like I said, this is more of a generalization of what you have in mind. I can get down and look like how that is. This guy right there, all those parts, and kind of like having those. That right there, and then now originally I had thought about bringing my launch control center out, but I think that's going to be too much of a hassle because it's in a large crate. It's large. It's in a pretty large crate. Back to desktop. To be honest with you, I cannot remember. I haven't touched this thing in 2 years, so I have no idea exactly everything is on it. That's not it. But I can. See this file. Nope, that's not it. That is not it. Oh, there we go. That's it. Now I just need to find. Looking at the sizes of the file, sometimes that gives an inkling of what's all in there. And like I said, I haven't touched this model in forever, so I have no idea where exactly I placed it. And that's the thing, too, is that you have to also think about what vehicle you have. How much stuff can you place in it? Like, I have, me and my fiance, we both have 2 cars. One's a luxury vehicle, and the other one is a sports vehicle, convertible actually. And we don't have all the space in the world, which is something I'm hopefully going to be changing this year, because I don't like my car one bit. I want to get a truck or an SUV, just something that has enough space in it to where I can do the stuff I need to do. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Yeah, this is acting up. I think it crashed. Yeah. And I didn't save. There we go. That's why it's in. Okay. This is what I was working on at the time. All right. So, that one. Get rid of you as well. Come on. Yeah, the launch control center is not small, especially when it's the scale of the Saturn V kit. I'm trying to find my standalone version because that's what I have currently in this crate in my garage. I just need to find the right file. I want to say it's this one. The size doesn't seem right. Nope, that is just the base. Life for me, I cannot remember where I left it. I'm gonna go in my expansion drive. Let's see. Left it in there. So every year I do a massive update, a backup on my files, and I throw them all on a dated file on my external hard drive, just in case. So what I'm going to do is search. Up. See if I got the right one. That's the base, but not. Usually I leave a file. Here we go. Found it. Get one. Ooh. Model. Yeah, I knew I had the file. I just couldn't remember where I placed it. Come on. Go. Now, I'll see. Well, it would fit right on the edge of that table. That. Okay. So I think I like this. I'm gonna go with this as a design. I have my vehicle or my launch control center. I think I'm gonna bring it. I think I can shove it in the back of the convertible. I'll have to lift up the door and everything. Yeah, it fits nicely. That's why I'm thinking I should just bring it and be done with it. The downside is that I'm going to have to open the convertible up to place the crate in there and do the same getting it out on Sunday. Check something real quick. I'm looking at the 10-day forecast. next weekend we are looking at AM showers. Friday, Saturday we're looking at PM showers. Sunday AM rain snow showers. That is also 7 days out. Might take the risk and do that. There's a lot of moving around. A lot of moving stuff around. I gotta get a measurement. Because I'm also, you also got to think about, I'm also thinking about, I got to move stuff off of it, around it, just to pull it out. And then, legitimately, I got to reverse everything I did that night to do it. So, I'm debating. I got a week. Debate that. Whether I want to do it, and then I can see whether the weather is going to change in that time too, because it just might. Yeah, I mean that's also the truth, but at the same time, it's all the other stuff I need to do to get it out, and then so. Well, I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. So hide that time being, and yeah, I think that's gonna be my display for this year. The mall. Pretty happy with it. Sign. Yeah, and the reason why I'm not going to bring the my block 1B out is just SLS block 1B. I just don't really want to. Granted, it will probably get a lot of views. A lot of people are going to like it. Save. Yeah. Bring it on Sunday. Question is where do I put it? Slip it in between. Of course, it will have a base with it. You know, so. Really. A little bit of my work in progress on one thing. Previous stuff. Real previous stuff, and actually this. Be open. Just like that, and then I would have people walking around and in the control center. Yeah. I think that's going to be my Sunday. My Sunday viewing. Just because I have a little bit of extra space now. It might seem a little cramped to a lot of people. Honestly, this is a little bit more cramped than what I originally want. And who knows, the person next to me right here may not show Sunday. May end up having that extra space, and I can easily spread this out a little bit more. And with that being said, as a backup, now I have everything. I'll have everything packed from Saturday, with addition to everything here. And I think the only thing extra would be this the Saturn 1B rocket, which I can easily add into it. I'm also trying to figure out the bigger and bulkier stuff. What else do I want to bring? Just in case. I think I don't really don't want to bring anything else with me. Actually, I do want to bring my human landing system. Let's find another place. And bring that up. That is what we got going on. Is International Lego Day, January 27th, 28th, which is next weekend at Ross Park Mall, Center Court. Johnny's going to be there. He's going to be doing a world record attempt with the Millennium Falcon, trying to get it done. We'll have scavenger hunts, a ton of displays from different people. I think majority of people this year is Lego Space. Whereas I do historical space, they're doing sci-fi space. One of the local libraries is doing a build area, and I guess I fall under the and more build challenges. So yeah, so if anybody's out there watching, give it a check, especially if you're in the area. Love to have you guys come down and it has been an hour and 15 minutes. The light's been going. I'm gonna step to the side here real quick and see what's going on with it. So this back, right back. About to take down the entire studio. One bump. Okay. Switch things up here real quick. Alright. Get my keyboard and all that other stuff out of the way. So, this has been sitting underneath there for an hour. And I can already visibly tell that looks like I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power. It did clean up a little bit. It needs more time underneath there. So it is working, it's just a matter of time underneath the UV light. So fortunately, I know you guys can't see it. Then again, I think it's just time it needs. But it is a lot lighter than what it was. So that is what I figured. So somewhat of a success. I'm gonna have to let it sit for a few more hours, but I'm not gonna let you guys bore you guys with that, because I didn't think this was gonna take too long. That said, bring in now. This is what the ones that I was unsure about. I was worried about the ink coming off of them, the printed pieces. Dried them off, no bleeding. They look warmer, or look cleaner than what they were. Yeah, these ones definitely look a lot cleaner than what they were. So I'm going to say it's also varying on how yellowed they've gotten.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way.
But they did not bleed, which is good news. But they do look a lot better. I can tell these two are together and these ones are. There's a slight tone difference between the two, so I think time will tell. I'm gonna leave those on. Let's see, it's almost 9:30. I'm gonna leave them on till probably about midnight underneath that. Just to see if it does work. If it looks the same or it doesn't work, well, then we know that normal light isn't, or there's no replacement for the sun, unfortunately. But if it does work, it seems like it is working. It's just going to take a little bit more time than an hour. So I have to keep that in mind, that I've only given it an hour, a little over an hour time in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop these back in here. Have them face up. Maybe. Stop floating. Thank you. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna leave that light, the UV light on. And I'm actually gonna do a lot more than that. I'm gonna clean them, get that, and then if you guys come down to International Lego Day, you'll be able to see if it worked or not. And it'll be on the Saturn V and the Skylab models, which will be switch back over. It will be these two guys right here that I'm doing this to. My other models, this has been in a crate. I don't think there's any yellowing done to it, though. I could be wrong. I gotta get in there, open it up, and look. Some of my other models aren't bad off. They look brand new, especially my big one, and I've had that out multiple times. The real one that these two are the ones that really yellowed over time. That's why I'm doing all this, just to clean those two. But yeah, if you guys happen to come out, take a look, watch the stream. You'll see the results hopefully at International Lego Day. And with that being said, I'm gonna call it a night. I got some dinner to make. I'm gonna plop this stuff back underneath, and I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna make sure I save everything. And of course, it's studio's bugging out. Switch over. Okay. Save that one as well. All right. Now I can exit out of all this stuff. So we will see what's going to happen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.